Hi, Joshua the Samurai here. I just looked over your video proving God's plan is impossible, and being a Christian my entire life, a studier of the Bible and a studier of the history of the Christian faith, I bet you expect me to come at you by saying, "You're wrong, you're absolutely terribly wrong, everything you say is wrong." Well, you're actually partially right. I don't mind atheists. Atheists keep Christians honest. Atheists are the only people with the real courage to come up and challenge Christian dogma and actually point out the flaws in it, i.e. Rick Warren's purpose-driven life. I read the book. It's complete tripe. It is. Mainly for the reasons you said it's complete tripe. However, the conclusion you draw that God is imaginary because one Christian put his foot in his mouth is kind of incorrect. Let me point out exactly where Rick Myers is wrong. Now, in the New King James Modern Version, we are going to go to 139:16 in the Psalms. And it says, "Your eyes saw my embryo, and in your book all my members were written. The days they were formed, not one was among them." Now, if you notice in here, it's saying that, God keeps track of you. And now, the point in David, when he wrote this little hymn, was not to show that God's plan, this mythical plan everyone talks about, is that, God plans all this crap that happens to you. It's just that God cares about you enough that he looks at these things. He looks very closely at everyone's life. It says the hairs on your head are numbered. With me, I think that's 0 now that I shave my head. That's another story, however. In any case, head shaving aside, I don't really see where you draw the conclusion that God doesn't exist simply because one Christian kind of misinterprets a verse to validate himself. The purpose-driven life is really self-help drivel that really any self-help guru would write. He just uses the Bible as an excuse. I'm going to put a shock through every one of you. God is, in his way, infinitely powerful. However, God's plan is for the earth to play out as mankind. Mankind, his creations, wish it to turn out. So the big question is not why doesn't God heal amputees? It's if he's given us the power to fix this, why don't we heal those amputees? Jesus said we have the same power he does, which means that we can heal people, which means that we can, raise people from the dead, which means that we can, this resurrection power is in us. The big question is, why aren't we using it? God's given us all the tools, but he won't build the house for us. In a more crude demonstration, he'll show us where the toilet is, but he's not going to unzip our pants for us and show us how to take a pee. Folks, God's not a nanny. Okay? He's put us here to do as we will. Free will is really what's screwing everything up. I mean, if you want God to take away your free will and have everything act as he should, well, that's not going to happen. For some reason or another that I don't understand, that's not God's nature. But in truth, God has given us the ability to fix these things. He's given us the ability to help these people. And you know what? I'm wondering what you're doing to help these people, other than asking God to heal amputees and not you doing it yourself. Why don't you guys at this website get your hands dirty, and instead of putting your energy towards creating these cute little videos, why don't you help someone? Now, I have no doubt that you're not going to, put this in your response list. I'd be very surprised if you did, and I hope you surprise me. However, if you don't, I'm simply going to put in the comments and supply a link. You're going to do your best to shut me up, I know. But I'm sorry. You won't be able to do that. Until next time, folks, the Samurai has spoken. My head's cold. I'm putting my hat back on.